It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah.
Ooh, here we are. It's Monday. I'm Scott.
I'm Bill.
And this is
The Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number 67.
The pre-Halloween extravaganza.
Ooh.
What do we have planned that has anything to do with Halloween?
For today?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Halloween's tomorrow.
Are we going to do stuff for Halloween tomorrow?
Oh, you bet your sweet bippy we are. I'm going to come in my costume, and you're going to love it.
Do we have another top 10 list coming to do with Halloween
I
stuff?
think we do. As far as I know, we do.
Yes.
If I could see the future, I would say that we did.
Yes, we do. That's coming very, very soon. But let's get into today's goodness. Can't speak.
Today's terrifying topics.
Terrifying topics. All right, so Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez have been hanging out a lot recently. They're going out to get some breakfast. They're going out to get some lunch. They're going to get some dinner. They're praying together. They're walking together. They're talking together. And allegedly, The Weeknd is cool with it all.
This is my favorite news. I just heard about this when I left the studio. Otherwise, I've been talking about this morning, so we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning for sure.
You know how they're allegedly part of that same church or whatever? So I guess that's kind of how they've reconnected, allegedly, is through that, because they were seen with each other. And then after Selena went public with getting her new kidney,
yep.
Justin reached back out to try to talk to her, all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I guess that has now led into a friendship here, or the beginning stages of another friendship, or leading back into the bedroom again.
Ooh, see, that's the real question. That's the beefy, juicy question. I'm holding like a loaf of meat here that this raises is, can you be friends with your ex for real, like 100% just friends?
I think it depends on the ex.
Yeah, I think it depends on the ex. I think it depends on the person and how they feel about how the relationship wrapped up.
Because at the same time,
I don't believe you can be friends.
Your significant other has to be cool with it, because that's just going to cause problems in your relationship. I think it all depends. If I was to all of a sudden become friends with my ex of 5-6 years ago that I don't really care about, I don't think that's a big deal.
Right.
But if you're talking about your most recent ex, or somebody that you possibly really loved really hard and publicly, I think that's where you start to get into the issues of okay, well, now Selena is hanging out with Justin Bieber here, and maybe she's not cheating on The Weeknd yet, but it goes back to the emotional. Is she getting something emotionally from him that she's not getting from The Weeknd? And you know what I mean? So,
I think what it really boils down to is that if both people are truly on the same page, and you got a relationship, and you're
hey, Stephanie, come here. Any chance?
We gave this a good shot. It wasn't working. It's not going anywhere. Let's be friends. If both people are there, then yes. But if one person is not, if it's uneven, if one person wants to break up, the other person doesn't, then no. And it was clear to me that Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez was that type of thing. He wanted to get, he's been trying for years to get back with her. He even dated someone who looked exactly like a dollar store version of her, Sophia Richie. Looks just like Selena Gomez, only a little bit lesser quality. But
how do you feel about being friends with your ex?
Stephanie's Flame Broiled Take, sponsored by
an ex like Selena was and Justin Bieber were. Think of that relationship now, 3 years later.
Cool. I don't think you should.
So okay, so let's say The Weeknd he's allegedly okay with this. Okay. Here's what TMZ said. TMZ said that things are still good between The Weeknd and Selena. That doesn't mean he necessarily
they broke up?
signed off. No. Things are they're still everything's still fine.
Still together.
Yes, but he did not necessarily sign off on this, which was a red flag for me. Would you, if you were The Weeknd, would you let Selena Gomez go to lunch, breakfast, pray dates with Justin Bieber?
No, not at all.
And why is that?
They have a history, a long history.
You and me got a whole lot of history. That's One Direction, but
and
just reminds me of that song.
Justin Bieber, he's not very mature, so knowing him, he's trying to make moves.
She's smart right there.
Look, I agree. I think he is trying to make moves, and if he can get her to do that, he's smart.
And do you think this is a form of emotional cheating?
Heck yes. Oh, sorry. This is Stephanie's flame broil take, not mine.
Is there a thing?
I
Can you
think
cheat emotionally?
Yes, there is, but I don't think she has
Bonus
like
take.
emotion, like that type of emotion towards him. She probably still cares about him because like that's someone that was in
Do
your
you
life for a
think,
long time.
or do you think Justin has taken advantage of Selena because of the situation she's in, and maybe she just felt obligated to be nice to Justin because he's reaching out after it, and now he's trying to play the sympathy card, use the sympathy card against her, so he could slide back
Yeah,
up
for
in
sure, 100%.
there.
He was
Yeah.
like, "This is my way in." He's
I
smart.
agree.
He knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you
wow.
know what? You do what you got to do. You go after what you want in life. And no disrespect to Justin Bieber because she should have got back with him years ago, honestly.
No
Yeah,
way.
I think she should have.
She's better off without him.
Yeah,
I don't know about. I mean, maybe, yeah. But
I'm not saying The Weeknd's the right choice, but I think she's definitely better off without Justin.
I can't fault him for trying. I guess that's
can't
where
fault
I'm at.
him either. But
Is it going to work out for him ultimately? Probably not. But you never know.
and speaking of things working out,
Ooh.
will things work out for Cardi B and Offset?
This is, in my estimation, a really hasty decision.
Now, on stage, they have the show down in New York City this
Philly.
past week, Philly, and
19,000 screaming fans. You can see that. You can hear him in the video screaming.
Offset gets down almost on one knee. Not really. He's in like more of a
Yeah, he was kind of
he's
crouching.
like in a ninja stance.
Yeah.
Like he's like ready to like attack if need be. So he's like down there, crouching, and he doesn't even say like, "Will you marry me?" or anything. He basically gives her like the nod and is like, "You know what it is. You know what this ring
So.
is for. What up?" And she's like, "Yeah." So allegedly they're engaged, but could this possibly be a publicity stunt?
Nah.
A way to kind of further the brand because she's had so much going on. So how is she going to be able to get to the next level? What's going to top all the success that Cardi B's had? And they're like, oh, well, if we announce an engagement, we can ride that high through the rest of this year and into 2018 and set up for whatever goes on into the next year. I think it's possibly a way to stay alive, to keep the momentum going.
You make a good point. Because I do, well, okay, I was going to say something about Cardi B, but I'm not because I'm not a critic. But, well, maybe I can word this delicately. I think
Like a flower?
it would be beneficial for Cardi B to have that kind of publicity. Yes. You can read between the lines there what I'm saying. She has no talent. But I think, yeah, that would probably be a good move for her. I don't know if it's necessarily true.
I also think I think Cardi B is way more popular than Offset. The Migos are definitely popular, but Offset's like the
I mean, he's
third
one of
person.
three.
Nobody cares about Offset.
You think
out
he's
of
number
the
3?
crew.
I would say he was number 2, right? I don't know.
Quavo.
Takeoff. Oh, yeah, okay. So
Takeoff.
you mentioned Takeoff second. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, isn't he the one that was left off Bad and Bougie?
No,
believe
he,
so.
he even says his name in the middle of the
Oh,
song.
is it Takeoff?
Offset.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. So he isn't the lame one out of the
Yeah, I think
Migos.
Takeoff is the lame one.
So
But,
she got the second one out of the...
but let's examine the facts here, okay, that point towards maybe this being a publicity stunt, because I hadn't even considered that before. They've been dating since basically about February was the first time they were spotted out together. So
Yep.
they haven't even been together for a year. That's fact number 1, red
Mhm.
flag number 1. Red flag number 2 is that she just broke up with him a week ago. She broke up and then immediately was like, oh, sorry, that was an exaggeration. Like, the whole I'm single on
Yep.
social media. The most petty, like, extra way you can break up with somebody by declaring that you're single on social media. And then, like, hours later was like, oh, I'm sorry, babe, Waffle House on me. Like,
I
You
could
could
go
either-
for some Waffle House, though.
Yeah,
right
for
now.
sure.
But anyways.
you could either look at that as a
Really?
huge red flag, like this is the kind of emotional instability you're going to get from this girl when you marry her. Or you could say, you know what, this is a sign that I need to lock this down right now with a raindrop-shaped 8-carat diamond ring.
Raindrop. Drop top. Putting the money all on the ring top.
Hey, there you go. I couldn't come up with one. I was trying earlier.
On the thumb top. I don't
Mhm.
know. Well, anyways, like you said, and they've got a few songs together. Their history's been together and everything. So I don't know. I think there's a possibility that it could be a publicity stunt. I do more or less think that it is real and that they truly are engaged because they truly do want to get married.
But
I
it's
don't-
not going to end well.
I don't think that they're actually going to get married. I don't think it will get that far. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a hater on love, But
you got. I mean, you look at the
I'm just being realistic
look
here.
at the precedents. Look at Rob Kardashian and Black China.
And if they do get married, I'll be the first one to admit that I was wrong, and I'll applaud them, and I'll hope that they have a very happy life together.
Yeah, like
because that'd be great.
Good luck. Good for you.
Also, the Migos, they got in a fight again this weekend.
Segue.
Two of them, Quavo and Offset. Speaking of Offset,
A momentous weekend.
yeah, they took a few hard swings at a guy that was twice their size and did nothing. To him.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Was it like Tom and Jerry,
Yeah.
where Tom is like standing there with his hand on Jerry, and he's like swinging, and
Yeah.
he can't quite reach him.
Like,
That's what I'm
get
picturing.
you one day.
Two hands doing both of those.
It was just funny. So the Migos, they're doing what they do.
They cause fights.
Listen, the Migos in love, that was bad for their brand. They're like, damn, how do we get this this love stain off of like the Migos brand? And they're like, okay, let's get another fight. And
I mean, what was it? They had there was like a riot at the Washington Avenue Armory.
yeah,
They had a fight at they started a fight on a plane.
there was something else a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
with them.
They're aggressive. We'll put it that way. They're physically aggressive.
Yeah. And then this weekend, a movie comes out. It's the first movie post the whole Weinstein scandal that's going on and everything with that, right? But this movie happens to feature Bella Thorne, who I guess we could say is an up-and-coming socialite. As Bill would say, she's famous for being famous.
Yeah, she was on the Disney Channel, and I'm not sure what she's really done aside
She
from
just
that.
takes pictures that
yeah.
look good on Instagram.
Right, and that perpetuates her fame.
So she's an up-and-coming,
Social, that's a
socialite
good way to put
person.
it, up-and-coming socialite.
Maybe she won't be here, but she's got a lot of followers. So anyway, this she's in this movie called Amityville, The Awakening. It comes out to select amount of theaters. It's only in 10 theaters in the country. But this movie only ends up doing $742.
Is that across all 10?
All across all 10.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's worse than I thought. I thought that was in one theater.
No, this is across all 10, right?
So if we because we did some calculations, we prepared, did the math. We figured that the average price of a movie ticket is about $10. That means that 74 people went to see this movie, and I thought that was 74 in one theater. We also figured out that the average movie theater size is roughly 200 to 300 people. So if they sold tickets to 74 people across 10 theaters, that's on average 7.4 people per theater were watching this movie.
And I think we're giving it more than 74 people because I feel like the ticket prices probably out in California are
A little
about
bit more
$14,
expensive.
$15.
Yeah, right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we're really in the
In
63 range,
in the
to be
60s
honest
ballpark.
with you.
Now, I will say this, especially in light of the circumstances of all this harassment and stuff. When you spell your name Weinstein, you get one pronunciation. I've always said Weinstein my whole life, and people are like, oh, it's Weinstein. No. It's either Weinstein or it's Weinstein. You don't get both, especially you, Harvey.
You don't get choices.
So you take your pick. I like Weinstein. You can have Weinstein. That's also funny to me.
Yeah, Weinstein. I like Weinstein.
That closes the case on that.
All right, Weinstein. There you go.
Yeah, we got him.
And over the weekend also, damn, I spent a lot over the weekend. Wait, maybe it's because it's a Monday show. Well, anyways, it comes out Shady Records or Shady whatever on YouTube, their official YouTube account, puts out a video that has the audio from when you call the Eminem Revival hotline that we did on the Instagram and our Facebook, which you could check out if you scroll down and stuff. They have that out, and it's just the audio playing, and it's a black picture with the numbers 1117. So it's there's the confirmation. Let's say we figured that out like a month and a half ago because we smart.
People have been predicting this for the last couple weeks, but we predicted it before they did.
Yeah. We put it all together.
Yep.
Like we did
Crack the code.
In a time when journalism is at
an all-time low.
Yeah, and it's highly
Fake
questioned.
news.
You can watch our
Alternative
journalism play out right here on the Cubicle Show.
You can scope it. We have it. It's all archived. You can scroll down. You can go to our videos tab. You can go to our YouTube page, and you can see the stone cold proof that we cracked this case before anyone else.
We presented the facts, and then we read between the lines, and then we pinpointed something that we speculated. And damn, man,
Oh, what a K cup!
Damn, wow.
That was a poppin' cup.
And then lastly, what's this Drake thing real quick?
Okay, so
because it's
Drake-
going to be super old by tomorrow.
Yeah, Drake is not in consideration for the Grammys with his project, his playlist, More Life. Nobody really knows why, because he hasn't said. It's, like last year, Frank Ocean purposefully did not submit his album out of protest. And people don't know if Drake is doing that or if it's just like, whatever. Personally, I think it's because he was so adamant about it being a playlist and not an album, and there's no category for best playlist, so he knew he wouldn't win anything.
I like that joke because it's very sarcastic. Well, I look at it like it's very sarcastic.
It is. It's sarcastic
because
it's
of
an
how
album.
Chance changed that they know mixtapes, and then all of a sudden his mixtape is getting a Grammy.
Coloring Book won Best Rap Album, and it was a mixtape last year. So
I just think that Bill brought up a great point about Drake, about him only winning 3 Grammy Awards, right?
yeah, he's out of the last. He's been nominated every year since 2009. 35 total nominations. He's won 3 times. 2 for Hotline Bling, and then 1 for his album Take Care in 2012. Won Best
So
Rap
I
Album.
don't think he's going to submit unless he's going to win now, because his odds of winning are very low, and it kind of, taints and stains his brand, the Drizzy Drake brand. And honestly, if you put More Life up against Kendrick Lamar's Damn, you're not going to beat that. Let's
true.
just be
And
honest here.
We are talking about the first year since 2009 that Drake had. There was a point where Drake did not have a song in the Hot 100 at all. So maybe he's going full. He's leaning into that, being like, you know what? No Hot 100, no Grammys, nothing. 2017 is the year of not Drake.
And if you go back to one of our early episodes of the Cubicle Show, some more great journalism we did, we were also like, damn, it looks like Drake is dropping off. His clout is coming down. And now, about 4 or 5 months later from when we said that,
Look what's happening. We're right about everything.
damn, dude, we're so good.
It makes me wonder why people try and shut us down. Maybe our opinions aren't the best, but they actually are, because everything we predict comes true.
It's facts.
So,
We don't even predict it. We just fact it up.
raindrop, cough drop. I'm getting sick.
Put it on your ring top, your pink top.
Get some.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Monday through Thursday, 10:30.
Eastern time, because that's the only time zone that matters.
I was supposed to say Eastern time, ain't I?
You are, but that's
Okay.
okay. We, that's how we roll in this show. One of us will cover up for the other if we screw up.
Yes.
And tomorrow's a Halloween extravaganza, so don't miss it.
We doing costumes?
Yeah, I'm doing costume.
I gotta go get a fake nose ring.
Yeah, you do.
All right,
yeah, you do.
See you tomorrow.
1 Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We're just gonna 1